Just 3 or 4 short years ago, hardly any Rutgers students even knew what a hackathon was, let alone willingly pulled all-nighters to attend them. A lot has changed since then. Last semester alone, the university shipped more than 600 students to hackathons at other universities around the country, ranging from places like the University of Michigan, to Caltech, to UPenn, to NYU, to MIT. The Daily Targum recently published a comprehensive story chronicling the history of this community, the people, places, and events that led to a tech community that is now bursting at the seams. In this short documentary, we'll explore the impact of this tech renaissance on the university and even on the state of New Jersey as a whole. Let's take a look at 3 kick-ass projects that would never have happened without the Rutgers tech community.
Hello, my name is Vivek Said, and I'm a sophomore at Rutgers.
My name is Yair Aviner, I'm a senior.
My name is Nisrom, I'm a senior in the Rutgers Business School. We got involved through our club called RuMAD, the Rutgers Mobile App Development Club, which was actually founded about 3 years ago by a few students, most of whom have graduated at this point. The really critical thing we're doing for the campus right now, for this community, is building apps for different organizations at Rutgers. So we did the Daily Targums app, we did Rutgers Day, we're doing an app for the Rutgers Gardens, and so Rutgers' 250th anniversary, that department found out about us through an article and reached out to us about doing this project for them. And they told us we want to do this entire mobile, web, digital experience for the community, for people on campus, and we were tasked with really meeting 2 goals, which is building somewhat of a connection to people while they're away from campus and a companion for them when they're on campus.
So as a CS major, I'm used to talking to a lot of very technical people and having very technical discussions, but I've learned through conversations with Nis and Yair and what we're doing with Rutgers Day and Rutgers 250 is that to really communicate and really show the value of what we're doing, to describe it on a non-technical level is very important.
And what we're kind of seeing a lot with RuMAD is the gearing of people towards working on projects which are actually going to go somewhere. I mean, hackathon projects are great, but when you're actually working towards a purpose, like besides fulfillment of just getting it done, it's better real world experience. But I see the Rutgers tech community as necessarily needing to bring those 2 disparate groups together, because 5 years ago you saw the business types and the CS types, and they just didn't talk to each other. And just as we have these communication platforms, as we have these meetups, you're seeing communities get closer and closer together, and I think that's really what's going to make both the business and the tech community a lot more viable.
For us, our branding has just been made so much easier with this tech scene really growing. We go into a meeting saying a bunch of 20-year-olds are going to build your department's app. 5 years ago, we would have looked ridiculous. Now, this is the best solution these organizations have. We're the fastest, we're the cheapest, and we're the best at doing this, and we're doing 7 apps a year now.
HackerU is one of the biggest student-run hackathons in the country. Held each semester at Rutgers, the spring 2014 incarnation of HackerU was a milestone before it even started. This time around, the hackathon took place in the RAC, the Rutgers Athletic Center and home of the university basketball team. 3 of the HackerU organizers spoke to the Daily Targum about their adventures in hosting the largest HackerU yet.
I'm Sam Agnew, I'm 21, I'm technically a senior, and I am the director of HackerU.
I'm Kishal, I'm 20 years old, I'm a junior here at Rutgers, and I handle logistics for HackerU.
I'm Billy Lynch, I'm 21 years old, I'm the president of USACS, which is the club that runs HackerU.
So we knew, like, at the end of last semester, after HackerU was done, we were planning on where to have the next HackerU, and we were just like, yeah, we cannot have this at the student center anymore. It's like we're scaling way too much. We're getting way too big for the student centers. We were scouting out like all these buildings on campus. Like we even looked at the new business building because that looked like it was pretty big. Yeah, and we were just like, man, we need to get the rack. The rack would be perfect. We really wanted like a large, open, communal space for everyone to be hacking in. So since the beginning, HackerU was like, at first it was small, and since then it has just gotten bigger and bigger every semester. We had about 400 last semester, and now that we're holding it in the rack, we have so much more space to work with. We're like, what do we have, 900 attendees signed up so far?
Yeah, something like 911. So, to give a basic list of schools that'll be coming to HackerU, definitely Rutgers, both this campus and Camden and Newark. We'll have NJIT students here, TCNJI students. Those are the New Jersey universities.
So I'd say HackRU is like the center of the Rutgers tech scene. So definitely HackRU is the thing that gets people like inspired to like go out and build shit and go meet people who are also like doing things like that. And then there's this room, the cave, which is pretty much where the community exists. Like this is like the physical manifestation of like the community, right? So at any given time there's like a shit ton of people in here. Like it's always crowded and people are always like hacking on stuff, not getting work done, playing Super Smash Brothers, you know, and this is pretty much where everyone hangs out. And like if it weren't for this room, I know a lot of people would just probably be sitting in their dorm rooms like doing homework or something like that. Yeah, right. And like actually, aside from the cave and HackerU, like every other like student organization that is like tech related have been doing a lot of shit. So like there's RuMAD, you know, there's IEEE, there's Rutgers Entrepreneurial Society, like,
Women in Computer Science,
Women in Computer Science, yeah, like they're all doing so much more than before. Like the Rutgers tech community has grown so much in the past couple of years. Mike Swift has been like a godsend to the hacking community at large, not even just at Rutgers, like with Major League Hacking and stuff. So like, yeah, that has been like instrumental to like the growth of the community.
One of the criticisms we often hear about the CS department here at Rutgers is that they focus a lot on theoretical computer science. They go really in depth on like data structures, operating systems, and a lot of theoretical stuff. But when people then go into like the industry and like do projects, they're sort of lost because they've only been exposed to, you know, Java and like maybe a little bit of C. And, you know, that's fine for like, you know, learning concepts, but when you're actually going out and doing something for real, it's sort of a different beast that you're dealing with. And that's something that, you know, just not even HackerU, but USEX in general, we try to address almost every week.
I'm a huge believer in friends first. So like all the people in that room were like good friends of mine. Yeah. And I do HackerU for my friends. Like the friends that I have in this room, the friends that I have at other universities.
And the friends you're going to make.
And the friends that you're going to make. That's great. Like it's a huge community-driven event. And if we're not growing a community and we're not like providing value for the people actually coming to the event, like there's actually no point in doing it.
Yeah.
I can sit here in this room and hack on my own if I wanted to, but I plan HackerU so that I can like meet people, create a community, and basically work that way.
Mike Swift, a Rutgers University alumnus, has been involved in the Rutgers tech community for years, even after his graduation. His previous startup, HackerLeague, was made at a hackathon with other Rutgers students and recently sold to the Intel-owned Mastery. Swift is a well-known and perhaps even better loved evangelist who spreads the gospel of hackathons through his current startup, Major League Hacking, and acts as a mentor for aspiring hackers and computer science students, both near and far to Rutgers.
I'm Swift. I'm a Rutgers alumni. I graduated in 2012. I helped start the Rutgers Hackathon Club, which is a Facebook group that a lot of Rutgers students use to communicate. And I was around when HackerU started, and I helped kind of shape what was going on there. But right now I'm working on Major League Hacking, which is my new startup. The idea is we're the official college hackathon league. So I supply services to event organizers, student organizers of hackathons all over the US and Canada, and hopefully the world eventually. If you back up a couple years when I was a Rutgers student and we were just starting like the hacker community we have, the mantra was build cool stuff for the sake of it being cool, right? It wasn't about building a startup. Hacker League was never a startup when we first came up with the idea. It was like something cool we could build, people could use it. It evolved into something that was, a startup for sure. But the Hacker League that we made at the first hackathon and the Hacker League that sold to Mastery Intel like a couple months ago were very different. The one we made at a hackathon was a hack in the truest sense. We spent the week before in Ian's bedroom hacking together like a PHP prototype. All you could do was create an event and sign up for a profile. You couldn't do anything else whatsoever. And we built all the other features at the hackathon itself. The PHP app prototype that we used at the hackathon was like, we built it because it was something cool that someone was going to use. When we realized that more than one person needed it and wanted it, that's when we started thinking about it in terms of like something sustainable. And evangelism is kind of my way of giving back. I spent a lot of time at some point in my life writing this blurb about why I thought I'd be a great evangelist. Evangelism is about sharing like the good things that you learn along the way and helping pass them on to other people. While I enjoy writing code and it's something I identify with very much, the thing I really like about development is like being able to build things. And the thing I like even more about evangelism in particular when it relates to development is helping other people build things. As a hackathon, HackerU is a great event. It's one of the oldest events out there. We've been doing it since, oh god, 2011, 2012, something like that, but like, it's been a long time. We might be the second oldest student hackathon out there, third oldest, whatever, student hackathon out there. It's exciting that the administration is taking us seriously finally. The fact the administration is letting us throw it in the rack and that they're actually providing support to the event is a huge step in the right direction. I think that the future is very bright for student events in particular. This semester there's 35 listed on the Major League Hacking website right now, and there will be 45 by the end of the semester, I'm confident. It's incredible how they're exploding, and I think it's only going to continue to grow. It may, the form may change a little bit, but I think the scene in itself is going to continue to expand. What I want to see in the future is a world where hackathons are regarded on the same level as some of the more important or integral pieces of the academic institution, like sports, right? Or things that people, you know, make a decision to go to university for. Seeing a school like Rutgers and the community that's here should motivate someone to want to come to Rutgers. They should see the awesome things that we're doing at hackathons and the awesome event that we have, and aspire to join that community and be a part of the movement we're starting here.